end of the Black Friday sale, and we've also just got news today of what's going to happen in January for the winter events, or December/January. I always say January. So in December 9th, they're starting a ton of events. One of the events goes for about 2 weeks until like January or December 21st or 22nd, and it gives a 50% increase in regrade success chances. Huge news. That's going to be insane. So quite frankly, right now, regrade charms, they all drop very commonly. The red regrade charms very commonly around a 10% rate in any of these boxes right now. That's way improved compared to like the Golden Harvest crate and then the Striped Death Supply crate. These ones, the ones that are normally $4.90 and $4.20, have probably around a 5 to 3% rate for a red regrade charm. They're really shitty rates. So right now, with all these guys here, they've been here for a week, we're seeing a huge surplus. If you remember back a week before or 2 weeks before this Black Friday started, before Thanksgiving, you would remember that there was literally like 6 or 5 of these regrade charms on the auction house total between red regrade and superior. Now you're seeing 1, 2, nearly 3 pages. So this is a huge increase in regrade charms. Combine that with the fact that starting in December 9th, when they increased the rates, anything below Celestial, so Celestial and below, you're going to have a 50% increase in regrading success. So it goes from, I believe, Rare to Celestial. All these guys have 50% chance of success. We looked at the numbers, and that means pretty much this is making everything around an 80% chance to upgrade if you use the charms with them. So at the unique status, you need the red regrade charm. And a lot of people use the red regrade charm at unique status because they try and get a double proc and go all the way up to divine. So they use the red regrade charm and then the lucky sun point or lucky moon point and hope for the divine proc. With the 50% increase, you're going to see a lot more divines out there because that's going to, give you 50% more chance to get a divine. Also, when you just normally get a celestial, you're like, damn, it sucks, it's celestial. Now with a 50% chance increase, you might try to actually regrade it up to epic/divine just by going it, YOLOing it. And to do that, you need the superior red regrade charm. Superior red regrade charms before this event started, the Black Friday sale event, was right around 800/900 gold on the auction house here on Morpheus. So we've dropped around 300 gold. This is a steal of a price. Buy these guys. Anything under 700, 750, I recommend to buy for the superior red regrade charms. Anything under probably 400 or 500 for the red regrade charms on Morpheus, I recommend to buy on these guys. The red regrade charms were hovering right around 450, 500 before the Black Friday sale. The supply was very dry. Now again, with the increase in regrading chances, people are going to be gobbling up these red regrade charms like crazy because, you're going to have better chances. This is the time to regrade. You got about 2 weeks to regrade with a 50% increase. Regrade charms are going to jump up. The other thing that's going to jump up, again, it's tied into regrading, is the green and the blue regrade charms. These guys drop out of these cash out boxes as well. And again, prior to the Black Friday sale, these guys were right around 40 gold or so. And this is all in Morpheus servers, so prices are definitely going to be different. Prices should be cheaper right now. So regardless of which server you are on, you should be able to buy green regrade charms, blue regrade charms, red regrade charms, and superior red regrade charms a lot cheaper now than you could have a week ago, a week and a half ago, right before the Black Friday sale. So combining the fact that the sale is ending, plus the regrade chances are going up, these charm prices are going to go sky high, rocket way up there. Honestly, I'm expecting red regrade charms here on Morpheus to hit 500 easily, the superiors to hit 1,000. Those are my price points that I think is going to happen during that week. The other thing that they're going to do during that week with the holidays is in December, they're going to start giving out a lot of sun points and a lot of moon points, a lot of star points, tons and tons of moon points, star points, And this is going to bring down all of the regrade scroll prices. So regrade scroll prices are fairly cheap for the ships. Ship regrade scrolls probably will actually jump up in value. And I think someone has already gobbled up quite a bit on here. Because I don't check ship regrade scrolls often. But I do know that they have been under a gold on Morpheus before. The ship regrade is going to be 50% increase as well. So ship regrading was already a lot easier than normal regrading. And you don't have to use any charms at all. So expect to see a ton of mythic ship regrades coming out of that event. And again, I think this price has already jumped up quite a bit. But I do expect the ship regrade scrolls to even jump higher than this. They are quite common and easy to get. So you can make a lot of money farming mobs that drop these guys, any mobs in the ocean, or salvaging ship boats, if that still drops the ship components. I believe even like the sunken treasure chests. So those are the big things that I would definitely invest in. And then the candies. So the sugar, these guys, you're not going to be able to get these anymore. So these guys aren't going to jump up that much because this is the move speed candy. Not many people like the move speed candy, but this will jump up in price. You cannot get these guys anymore. This is already fairly cheap. The greedy ones. So we got a couple greedy goblins right here, and that's insanely cheap. We're going to go pick that up. That's even cheaper than all these dwarven elixirs right here. And the dwarven elixirs are currently dropping out of the boxes. So you look, there's very few greedy goblin candies, and you can see the next one up here is at 4 gold, or no, 3 gold and 99 copper. And you got them slowly creeping up. There's a total of 15 on the auction house right now. And then the last one was the Jawbreaker. The Jawbreaker is the XP increase. And surprisingly, there is quite a bit on the auction house right now. But they are already at around 2 gold. These guys will jump up in value. Not anytime like dramatically soon. The supply is going to dry up. These things will be gold once level 60 hits. So we haven't heard anything about 3.0 and the new level cap potentially or anything like that. But when level 60 does hit, you're going to want to have these XP boosting items, and you can stack them all together. So having these guys store them up, they will definitely increase in value from 2 gold. This is a great price right now to buy them. Sure, you could have bought them a lot cheaper, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, but still, this is a great price. The price is only going to rise until Halloween comes around next year and they start dropping again. Definitely, these guys will be huge. The best time to sell the XP potions is when, again, level 60 comes. We don't know exactly when, but there is quite a few of new players that are joining or people leveling up alt skill trees and such like that. So XP candy potions do sell. So don't underestimate the XP candy potions or any of the XP boosting items. They do sell, and they are a great thing to invest in, especially if they are limited timed items. So those are some of the things look forward to picking up really, really cheap. Again, anything that drops out of the cash shop items right now, these guys are going to be going away tomorrow, Friday. So all this stuff is going to become very, very expensive. So some of the costumes you can pick up probably pretty cheap right now. You can see this is the Halloween costume that was just here 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and it's at 550. If you type in Royal or Royal Disguise, you'll be able to see what kind of costumes are out here. And this is how you sell a costume. You skin it onto Royal Disguise. You can watch one of the tutorial videos, or you can watch my crazy, stupid video of doing it for the very first time. It's quite complex. But yeah, you skin it onto the Royal Disguise, and you can sell the Royal Disguise on the auction house. So you can see this one right here has Golden Dawn on it. And the Golden Dawn is selling for $350. That's really, really cheap. And then the next one over here is 800 gold. This right here is a Ebon Gleam Dynasty Robes. And this is one that came out of those new RNG boxes. And you're not going to see this on Morpheus or Rangora pretty much ever again. So these are extremely rare. And this one is 1100 gold right here. And I sold one of these costumes out of here for 1250 gold. The Chimera one. So I sold this Chimera Agent uniform for 1,250 gold, and you can see here's one up here for 1,100 gold. These are really, really cheap. These will get more expensive, and even though you may not believe it, you're like, holy shit, 1,000 gold is cheap for a costume? That is. These are limited costumes. There's very few of them. So for people that want to be unique and different, this is a great opportunity to grab these costumes cheap. It's a smart thing to pick up some of these if you have a lot of excess gold. If you're sitting on, like, say, 25,000 or 30,000 in gold, and you don't really want to invest in other things, or you invested plenty in red regrade charms and green regrade charms and those things, go invest in some costumes. Costumes like these may not sell really, really quick, like the red regrade charms and all the other charms for regrading, but they will sell to the right buyer for an insane price. Give it a few months when these have been, extinct, eliminated, exterminated from the game, and you can no longer get them except from other players that have them. These prices will be very, very high for these costumes. I remember on some of the old legacy servers, when they started phasing costumes out, people were paying upwards to like 3,000 gold for specific costumes because they were just that rare, and they wanted specific costumes to look cool. So costumes, don't ever underestimate costumes. And I probably will pick up this Golden Dawn right here for 350 gold. Because just alone, the Royal Disguise, it costs 800 credits, if I recall correctly. So the Royal Disguise alone is quite valuable. So getting a costume for 50 gold that came out of an RNG box is a pretty good deal right there. Because you can always just revert and take this costume off, and you have your Royal Disguise. So 350, if you see that for a costume, you probably want to buy that. Because again, the Royal Disguise itself is probably worth a little bit more than 350 gold. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you later. Thanks for checking out the videos. If you have any questions, comments, post them down below. Please hit that like button and share the video. And also post any investment ideas that you have. And we'll talk about that